Here is the almost finished repair. We still have the leading edge that has to be shaped, and that's the part we're going to do now. The tool for every job, and for this job we want to use a razor plane. And this is just like a regular plane that a carpenter would use, except it's finer and it's designed to use on balsa wood. And we'll get started here, and I'll show you how quickly we can take this material off. And as you see, you make long, even strokes, and it takes the balsa off very, very, very quickly. What I want to try and do is take off as much of the unwanted material without getting down to where you're going to touch the sheeting. And once we get down close, then the rest of it will feather in with the sanding block. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So here we are, and you can see that the razor plane makes a whole lot of shavings, but it does a really good job of getting rid of all the excess material on that. And as you can see, it is almost perfectly shaped. And the next thing we'll do is we'll fine-tune it a little bit with the sanding block, and then we'll do a little sandpaper and a little filling, and then it'll be ready for recover. We'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like after it's all been sanded. So here it is, the finished area. It's all been sanded and shaped. As you can see, it's all nicely leveled. And all we have to do next to get it ready for cover is to do some putty. And that's going to be the next step. The final thing that we have to do is we're going to fill all of the seams with putty. And I use Red Devil one time. And it's a lightweight spackling compound that's available at the hardware store. And it works really well. And we'll show you how right now. The first thing we're going to do is just take a damp sponge, clean off the wing. Then we're going to get just a little bit of dampness in the wood. It will help the spackle stick. Open it up. Just get a piece of scrap wood. And you can see sort of white fluffy material, and just like you're frosting a cake. Squish it down into there, into all of the little seams. Anywhere that there's a seam where one piece of wood is sticking to another, any little hickeys, any little dents that you want to cover up. And then all you have to do is wait about 30 minutes for it to dry and lightly sand it. And we'll come back after we do the other side and let it dry, and we'll do some sanding. Well, the next step we got is to lightly sand the dried filler. And we use a little bit of a 220. Cut it in thirds like this, and then rip it in half so you have a nice little pad to do it. And it doesn't take much effort at all. You just rub it evenly, and everything on the surface, since the powder comes right off, leaving a nice smooth, even finish with just the seams filled. So we'll finish up sanding, And then the next step will be covering and finishing. The final bit of work to do with the repair is to cover it over again. And since this is a Hangar 9 airplane, a Hangar 9 Pawnee to be exact, it was very easy to match the material with Ultracoat. So we have the same dark trim color and we have the white subcolor. So we'll get started with that, and the first thing we want to do really is just degrease it again, because we've been using the wing and touching it, and so with a little bit of rubbing alcohol or isopropyl alcohol, a little rubbing alcohol or something like that, you can just go around and clean up any fingerprints, dust, things like that. And then we'll be ready to go. So if I did a covering article, then we would show more of what's going on, but we'll do the white first and we'll show you a little bit more, and then when it's all done with the trim, we'll show you what it looks like when it's all. Here is the first, and you can see the base color of white, and there's about an inch to a half inch of overlap, which gives it a really good amount to stick to, so you don't have to worry about it lifting up later on. And also degreasing with the alcohol will make it stick really well for a long time. So there's our first batch, and we'll come back in a minute with the finished trim and show you what it looks like all finished. Well, here we are with the finished repaired wing, and as you can see, it looks pretty good. At 3 or 4 feet away, I don't think anyone could tell that it had been repaired, and the finish is just like it was when it came out of the box. Right here, you might be able to see just a hint of the overlaps from the repaired area. But as far as the shape and the finish goes, I don't know where the repair is. Do you? So that's it for this how-to. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be showing you some more in the series. So take it easy, and we'll see you next time.